How to deal with transphobic? You don't. We don't deal with transphobic people at all. Dealing with them is entertaining them. Entertaining them is exactly what they want you to do. At the end of the day, there are two categories of transphobic people. People that don't understand and people that are bullies. If they don't understand, all you can do is educate them. All you can do is try to show them that you're not what people say you are, that you're not the stereotypical trans person. And if you are the stereotypical trans person, what that actually means, not as opposed to what they think it is. But if they're a bully, like literally, the only way to stop a transphobic bully is to either ignore them because they want a reaction from you. If they can't get a reaction from you, then like there's no point of bullying you. Because why would you, if you're trying to make somebody mad and they don't get mad, like you're gonna stop because you're wasting your time now. Or you can try to clap back at them, try to be rude back to them. But that only goes so far. When it comes to things like friends, if they're transphobic, they're no longer your friends because a real friend will support you. That's quite simple. After you've educated them and you've told them like, this is what it means to be trans, this is who I am, this is how I want to be respected, and they're not doing that, then they're not your friends anymore. You have to make sure that you're very careful when it comes to your job. You can't all the time be rude back to them. You have to be professional. So just go to HR, go to your manager, find a way to distance yourself from employees, coworkers, etc. that may be transphobic. Push comes to shove, like one of my old jobs, I had to end up leaving because even HR was like on some mess when it came to like actually defending me as a transgender employee. They would defend their gay employees, their lesbian employees, but when it came to defending me as a transgender employee, they were not good with it. And so sometimes you have to leave a job. But when it comes to family, and it kind of goes the same way as it does with friends. After you've educated them, after you've told them this is how you want to be addressed, if you're a trans woman, you want to be called she and her, not he and him. You want to be called daughter, not son. You want to be called sister, not brother. You want to be called niece and not nephew. And they're still calling you the opposite gender. They're still misgendering you on purpose. Or in my case, my parents literally told me, we refuse to call you our daughter. We refuse to call you Victoria. And if that's disrespectful to you, then it's disrespectful to you. And so because of that, me personally, I don't consider them my family anymore. I don't care if they had me because there's a lot more to being a parent. You're a father, you're a mother because you have a child, but you're not a dad, you're not a mom until that relationship is built. And so for me, they're not my family. I don't consider them family anymore. And when it comes to that, people will say, oh, well, you need to give them chances. No, life is so short. You never know when you'll take your final breath. You might not even be here tomorrow. You might have a seizure, you might have an aneurysm, you might get hit by a bus. Nobody ever knows. You might get robbed at a store. And so time is of the essence, time is valuable. If y'all have not guessed, I'm a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio, and so we don't have time for like transphobic people, just people that are disrespectful. At the end of the day, it all boils down to disrespect. If they're disrespecting you, whether you're trans, gay, straight, transphobia deals with disrespect. If they're disrespecting you, there's no reason to continue a relationship with them, a friendship with them, employment with them, anything like that. You need to treat people how they treat you. Don't treat people how you want to be treated because they will walk over you. If they're being disrespectful to you and you can't find a way to stop that behavior, then be disrespectful back to them. If they're being respectful to you, then be respectful to them. We are all human beings. No human on earth wants to be disrespected. It doesn't matter your race, religion, politics, gender, we all want to be respected and treated kindly and fairly. But if somebody is showing you that they can't do that and they try to apologize or, oh, I'm sorry, her, they're not sorry, they're doing that on purpose. Because I guarantee you, the moment you start calling your aunt, your uncle, the moment you start calling your dad, your mom, or that you start calling your sister, your brother, just like how they call you what you don't want to be called, they'll get the lesson. They'll understand. They want energy. They want entertainment. They want to see you mad. They want to see you not successful. And that leads me to my final point. If you are successful in everything that you do, if you're good at your job, if you're happy, if you're thriving, if you have money, if you're well fed, if your relationships and your love life is going well, if you're healthy, then nothing that a transphobic person says or does can even matter or affect you. And then they'll kind of feel stupid, especially when it comes to family. They'll be transphobic because they're like, oh, if you transition, you're never gonna find love. You're not gonna be able to keep a job. You're gonna catch this disease, that disease. And then when you prove them wrong, then they have nothing to say. Be successful, mind your business, ignore the haters. And if you just have to do something, then do something spiritual. Maybe you pray, cast a spell, do a mantra, do a chant, whatever. Protect your energy, wear your crystals, because it's hard for people to hate you when you love yourself because you're wearing a rose quartz crystal. As above, so below. So the spiritual will affect the physical. Once you change the spiritual, you change the physical. They can't hurt you. If y'all are into like spirituality, like crystals and, you know, magic and mantras and stuff like that, like let me know, because I'm thinking about doing that in future videos. But until we meet again, keep it clean, keep it classy. Bye.